Oh, yeah, I love this moment. It's happy, happy, happy.
What's the story? Why did you paint her?
I just love little kids, and I think I was thinking of when I went down to Atlanta many years ago, and I went over to the cemetery. Well, that has completely changed now. When I went over to the cemetery, all those little houses down there didn't have any paint on them, and a whole stream of kids came along with people guarding them, and they were all little black children. Maybe a white child here and there, but mostly black children, and they were happy kids. It was just a happy thing to see because you knew that the houses, they didn't have a lot of money, they couldn't paint the houses, and it didn't matter to them. It's just they were happy. And I thought of the way we were brought up. You were all born later on, but I was born in the Depression time, and nobody had anything, and you had to depend on your neighbors. They had to depend on you. I remember the mother bought a ham, and she saved and worked hard. She made aprons for people, and fancy ones for rich people, and she sold those. And she bought this ham, and she made a big pot of lentil soup or pea soup. And then she'd say, take this to the neighbor down there. They have all these children, they don't have any money. They can't even buy a piece of soup, a cup of soup. Take this to the other neighbor down there. And they didn't have anything either. My father was on the stock exchange. He didn't have any money. That was crashing.
Wow.
Yeah, so there were times when you don't have anything, but it doesn't matter. You're happy, and that's the name of the game. Be happy with what you've got, and keep your health. The Lord gives you a body, take care of it. Gives you teeth, take care of them. Otherwise, it's going to cost you a fortune.
You're right
There's a
about
little
that.
girl here, and I gave all my money away. I really did.
Well, good evening, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Man, I like to do these fireside chats, and I've been doing these with you guys for quite a while. And for me, it's cathartic. I think that's the right word. Because I like to look at it and say, what did I do today? Being grateful for having this day. Because when you're 58 years old, you realize you've got less road in front of you than you have behind you. And there's always reminders of how precious life is. This past weekend, Jacoby Jones, 40 years old, passes away. And I've lost quite a few friends and my brother over the last few years. Rashid, who we thought was doing so much better. We ended up losing Eric, who came to help us with Stuart Morrison, where we were down there to help Stuart Morrison's mother because he had passed. My great mentor friend, Alex Lucas, right around Christmas. And others as well. For this place, I have to say that this house has become part of me. It was fun because today while we were going up the road, Debbie, I can't remember Debbie's last name at the moment, but Debbie, her ancestors were the ones that bought this house in the 1880s, and they built the addition, the wooden addition, onto the house. And she has gone through and she has found every deed and gotten copies of it, of this house, of everybody who's owned this place, from the originally being sold in 1819 for $200 to William Brown. William Brown had it and built the house. kept it for 2 years, but was so deep in debt, he ended up selling it for $125. And it's amazing going through the links in the chain of ownership of this place, to the city of Waynesboro owning it in the mid-1950s, until they realized that it could no longer be a rental property because it needed so much work. And in 2013, they decided they were going to give it to the Red Brick Committee, but they couldn't get the wherewithal together to save it. Next thing I know, here it is, I'm here. Well, one of the things that happened in 26, was it? Maybe it was 2016, was there's a famous artist, P. Buckley Moss, who was from here. She is world renowned. Look up P. Buckley Moss and you will be amazed. P. Buckley Moss painted this house, and the proceeds went to the Red Brick House Committee to try and help save the house. P. Buckley Moss is 92 years old. And I got the chance to meet her last winter because she was actually here for a show. And some of you may have seen the video of P. Buckley Moss with us here, us being at the gallery, in which case we got a copy of the print and got it autographed by her, and got to spend some time in talking with her and asking her, now the house has been saved, once they get it finished, about her actually painting it. And she said, yes, when I come back in March, definitely come back by and we'll work on doing that. And I forgot to go see her in March. But a few weeks ago, I went by the art gallery and I talked to them, and they said, yeah, she'll be back the weekend of the 12th. The weekend of the 12th, which was this past weekend. So Saturday, Mike was here, and him and I went by the art gallery and said, hey, is P. Buckley Moss still coming to town? And they said she had been on a trip to Europe and things, and she was a bit tired and stuff, so the doctors had put her on bed rest, so she's canceling the event for this weekend. And lo and behold, Debbie's mother ended up sending me an article from Waynesboro.com that she had passed on Saturday. And that's sad because she had done so much and touched so many lives. The incredible thing is she lived to be 92 years old. She got to do what she loved to do, and she helped others along the way. And I will say, I am better for having met her and having a little piece of her that will live on here at the Red Brick House. And so, maybe I'm morbid when I do these fireside chats. And it's kind of interesting to say this because on the night when you find out that Skip Bayless will no longer be doing Undisputed, that you could see the beginning of the end with him and Shannon Sharp. And I had never really been a big Shannon Sharp fan, but he said something that always, I think about almost every day. He says, you are writing your eulogy every single day. You are writing your eulogy every single day. And that's the truth. What you do every day is how you're going to be remembered. If at all. And so, as I sit here every day, I think about Did I do everything I could to advance myself? Did I take care of my loved ones? Have I been a solid citizen and looked out for my fellow man? And if I've done those things, then it was a great day. Yeah. She was an incredible woman and will definitely be missed. Remember, good people, tell the people you love how much you love them. You might not get the chance again, and I love you guys. Rest in peace, P. Buckley.